Because when you try to invest, you're basically absorbing all the information on the market. And I think during my college time, I was just looking around what's the most interesting technology that I can find. I find Bitcoin, right? It's fascinating to me because when you study finance, when you study investing, is always involved in money, right? Money is the most important aspect. It's the holy grail, because when you invest, you want to make money, right? And what if the money is changing? What if the definition of the money is changing
It's so
from
huge, isn't it? Like, what? Hang on, what's changing here? The actual money's changing.
the actual
Yeah,
money is changing, right?
yeah.
Because if you look into the history of the money, which I was studying it, it's fascinating, right? We start from maybe shell, right, which we society agree upon, which have value because shell is scarce because they only find in the ocean area, right, in the beach. And then over time, it migrates into different kinds of tradable goods like bees or whatever, jade, and ultimately gold kind of win the whole conversation of commodity money. And gold become widespread globally. Every civilization adopt gold standard, and after that, gold kind of like getting out of use because there's the centralization happening around gold, and also it's just very hard to transfer gold, right? So it become gold back money. They all kinds of certificates. And when you study the history of Silk Road, right? Because Silk Road, you have to bring goods to different civilizations. You have to trade with Middle East, you trade with Europeans. So the Chinese are actually very smart. They have a lot of gold and silver, but they cannot always carry that gold and silver to Middle East. It's too far away. In that route, you always have thieves, pirates to confiscate your gold, right? The bank was issuing paper gold so they can carry easily and verify on the other side, which is a city in the Middle East, say this is a standard certificate that we accept here, and it slowly become the fiat money, right? Government try to get rid of gold because the global trade is happening. The trading become more frequent, so the paper gold cannot satisfy the trade demand. It become fiat, and the fiat is just a full faith backed by the governments. And now we have transferring into the Bitcoin age, the Bitcoin standard, which the money itself also has a definition change. It becomes digital, right? And when money becomes digital, you need some sort of like boundaries. And I think it's brilliant that Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin in 2009 and released it, which I think is mark of the new era for money, right? Because I think that's a distinct separation between the state money and internet money. Um, and that as an investment is very, very interesting because you kind of have to turn your ideas about finance, money, you have to turn that, you have to flip that, right? You have to think about the first principle. The first principle is the money is changing from fiat to Bitcoin, and all your investment ideas, all your valuation model have to adjust toward that. So I think that idea is very radical, right? For many investors, especially people in traditional finance, they don't understand that the money that we have are transferred from analog wealth, right? Analog wealth like gold, real estate, fiat money, fiat instrument, fiat financial instrument into a Bitcoin world where in this Bitcoin world we will have Bitcoin back instrument, Bitcoin back bond, debt, equity, all sorts of like different innovation. And I think that's just, completely disrupted the whole investment landscape. And yeah,
Well, I mean, Lewis, I totally agree with you that it's disrupting the investment landscape. And forgive me, I was lucky to meet your missus and your young family, and she joked that when you first met her, you started telling her about Bitcoin. I don't know if you can remember that story, but she was saying that you started talking about how amazing this thing Bitcoin was at like a drinks party at your college or something. it just hits you so hard. You're like, well, hang on, all this other stuff we're trying to do is kind of pointless if this thing's changing over here.